So what are the 5 things you need to know about before you choose your builder to build your next home? Stay tuned, because in this video, I'm going to let you know what you need to keep an eye out on. Hey everybody, my name is Corey Chambers, local real estate expert out here in Dallas-Fort Worth, and my team and I help people relocate from all parts of the country to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and we also help current residents sell their existing home and move into their dream home. Now, a lot of what we work with is brand new construction homes, and there's a couple things you really need to think about before choosing your builder. Now, in this video, I'm going to go ahead and break down the 5 things that you need to go ahead and put some thought to before you choose to build your next home. Starting it off with number 1, location. I cannot stand the verbiage, location, location, location. I think it's overdone, it's overdrummed, and honestly, there are a lot of other things that are important outside of location. However, when you're choosing your next build, you really want to think about where it is in relation to where you're going to be working. What it is that you do for fun. What are your leisure activities? Do you like to go fishing on one of the lakes? You might want to be closer to a lake. If you work downtown, you might not want to be living all the way up in Van Alstyne, because the commute's going to be about an hour and 15 once everything gets back to normal and people are recommuting back to downtown, and that's going to really wear on you day after day after day. So location is a very important thing to be considering. Not just, oh well, where do you want to live, but is that builder building in that area? Because not all builders build in the same cities, not all builders build in the same subdivisions. So first off, you want to kind of narrow it down to what part of the city you want to live in. If you want to live further towards Carrollton or further up here in Melissa area, that's going to really differentiate what builders you're going to have access to. Second thing you really want to consider is the amenities in that neighborhood. Now, some people absolutely love to have the community pools, the master planned, the parks, the on-site elementary school, and there are other people who don't really care about it and doesn't make any difference. And there's also some that want to have no HOA. Now, all of these different things are going to depend on what part of the city you're going to live in, going back to number 1 with the location. Also, you want to make sure that that builder, because in certain cities, for instance, in Anna, you have Bloomfield building in 2 different neighborhoods. You have them building in West Crossing, you have them building in Lakeside Estates. Now, Lakeside Estates doesn't have all the amenities that West Crossing does. West Crossing is more of a master plan, larger community, while Lakeside Estates doesn't have all that, but the HOA fees are very similar. So, do you want to go ahead and have the amenities, or do you want to have a different style house? And those are different things you have to weigh out. Now, point number 3 is a big one, and that's trust. So trust is something that you really want to make sure that the builder that you're choosing to build your family's home is one that's reputable. Now, you can really find that out by a couple different ways. And one of them, the most obvious, is looking at any awards that they've received. However, not all rewards are equal. There's a lot of rewards that are purchased. If you're driving down Model Home Row, it's not uncommon to see 4 different builders that all have a Builder of the Year award. Who did that Builder of the Year award come from? Did they purchase it, or was it legitimately earned? Another way that you can really find that out is by their financials. Financials are a lot harder to see, but a lot of the big builders, they are nationally traded, and if you look at their stock price, and you can kind of gather some information by just doing a couple Google searches on that. The last way, and this is probably going to be the easiest way for you guys to find out the builder's quality and trust level, is by looking at social media reviews. If you look on Facebook, for example, and you just go ahead and search in that community, most new communities will have a Facebook group where you can join into it if you're planning on moving into that neighborhood and want to ask questions about from the current residents. And you can ask them, hey, what does blank builder have? Who lives in here? What were your experiences? Do you recommend them? Do you not recommend them? Just a word of advice on that. In It's a lot more common to see negative reviews than it is to see positive reviews. A lot of people want to vent more than they want to go ahead and praise. So what you want to look for is common threads. If one person says, oh, well, the plumbing is garbage, then is the plumbing garbage? It might be. It might be also that the person abused the plumbing in that house and did something that they shouldn't have been and had some issues due to how they responded to it. Or if you see 5, 6, 7, 10, 20 people that are all complaining about the plumbing in a certain builder, then that's an underlying issue. And that's something that you really want to keep close eye on and keep that in the back of your mind before going forward with that builder, because you don't want to necessarily have a common thread of everybody having that particular issue, which speaks to it being a little bit more widespread. Number 4 is going to be the quality of the builder. Now, quality is measured by multiple different facets. One of the biggest things you can look at right off the bat is the model homes. Do you like the finishes in the model homes? Now, keep in mind, model homes are 90% of the time they're decked out to be the nicest home in the neighborhood. In a lot of cases, they'll have anywhere from $60,000 to $80,000 worth of upgrades, depending on the builder. There are other builders that they want to let you know exactly what it is that you're going to be getting, and they're going to put moderate upgrades in there. You might only see about $10,000 worth of upgrades. Ask the sales consultant what their base level is and what the level in the model home is. Because certain builders, carpet for example, their base carpet is extremely thin. And other builders will start at a level 3 carpet for your big box builder. And that's going to be something that's going to save you a lot of money. With that carpet example, it could cost you a couple $1,000s to upgrade to that same quality level that the higher end builder starts at. And that's going to really bring your homes to more of an apples to apples comparison overall in the scheme of things. Another aspect is, do they use the appliances and the fixtures that you like? I've seen some people that really want to see a certain brand of range or a certain faucet. Does the builder offer that? Also, do they offer that as your standard appliance, or is that going to be a big upgrade? And what's the upgrade cost? Overall, what you really want to be looking for, and see if you can get this beforehand, is what the cost of a lot of the big upgrades are, and is that going to price you out of your home? If you have a home starting at $325, but then all the upgrades that you want to have it puts it up to $370 right off the bat, then you need to be looking at a different floor plan maybe, or consider a different builder. Just some things to keep in the back of your mind. I want to bring that up now before you get to that point where you have your heart set on a home and then you realize that you have to either take some sacrifices or you have to find a different home, because that's never fun. On to point number 5, and that's going to be the process. And what you want to look at with the process is, how involved is the builder going to be? How long does it take for them to build the home? As I'm recording this in late February 2021, a lot of builders at this point, they are on a waiting list to be able to even accept new clients, to start the application process, to start getting the home site approval and the permits from the city. And I'm hearing of some that can't write a contract and meet with new clients until May. Now, if you have your contract starting in May and then you have a 10 to 11 month build time, or 8 to 10 month build time depending on what the builder is, then that could push your plans a little bit further out. Something to keep in the back of your mind. Also, you want to look at overall builders, how long they're taking to build a home. If a builder is quoting you 4.5 months from when you sign the contract and they start the start the permitting process until when you get your keys, that's really short. And they might be cutting some corners if they're having such a short build time, especially in this current environment. On the flip side, if you have a builder that's taking 12 months, 13 months from the time that you ink the contract and they start getting the permitting process going until when you get your keys, unless you have a much larger home, you're looking at 4,000 to 5,000 square feet, then that's also a red flag. In most cases, I'm seeing anywhere from 6 to 10 months, depending on who the builder is and what their current workload is. One other question to ask is how many homes do you have each project manager overseeing at a time? If project manager is overseeing a very large number of homes, then there are things that can fall through the cracks, and that's not necessarily something you want, especially if it's going to be a long-term home. Another question to ask is, how involved is the builder going to be? Are they going to be giving you the weekly progress updates? Are they going to let you know when the big events happen, when you have your foundation poured, when you have your plumbing go in, and all the steps beyond that? Or are they going to not really call you and you have to call them for the updates? I personally prefer when the builder goes ahead and reaches out to us and lets us know, this is where we're at today. This is where we're on track for. This is what to expect. The last point that you really need to consider, and this is a really big one, is warranty. Find out their warranty history and make sure that the builder's not just going to disappear once you get your keys and you don't see him again. Because there are things, even with brand new construction homes, to where there's going to be things that you need to have fixed, because it is something that humans are involved with, and anytime that you have humans involved with things, it's not completely machine made. I mean, it's not like they're making hockey pucks. There's a lot that goes into it. You want to make sure they're going to stand behind their work, and that they're going to be continuing to keep you involved with the process as you go on. Now, kind of recapping everything back: location, amenities, trustworthiness, quality, and the process that goes into it. Now, if you have any questions about any of the builders that you've been considering or you're curious about, reach out to me. I'm happy to give my experiences with any of them, let you know good, bad, indifferent, ugly. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. If you ever have any questions, you can reach out to me, shoot me a text, email, call me, whatever's most convenient for you. Me and my team, we're here for you always. If you're curious about different communities in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, I would suggest going ahead and clicking on one of these links down below. We do weekly community tours where we go ahead and show you each of the builders, what they're offering, where they're at, the conveniences that they offer, and also walk you through the model homes. I'll catch you guys in the next video.